Hi, I'm Julie from the lifestyle website, julieblanner.com, where I share easy ideas for entertaining, recipes, home decor, and so much more. Today I'm joining my friends Lucy of Craftberry Bush and Chloe of Boxwood Avenue to share 3 new flower arranging ideas with you. They have been longtime friends of mine, and it's really fun to collaborate and see what they come up with and share them with you as well. So I hope you take a moment and take a peek at their videos because they're always inspiring and coming up with beautiful and effortless ideas. Today I'm sharing how to arrange ranunculus. I really love ranunculus, if you may recall from previous videos. They tend to be in abundance in spring and fall. They're really pretty and often can fake the look of a more expensive flower, like an anemone. These ranunculus are just about $5 at Trader Joe's, but you can find them at most grocery stores this time of year. And so today I'm starting off with 3 bunches of these and some fillers. Fillers are always a really nice but beautiful way to complete an arrangement so that you can add a little interest and texture, but also keep the cost of the arrangement down. This is thistle, and this is only $2. I really loved this as well. It's just so beautiful. It will definitely fill, but it's wispy and whimsical. And then of course, some eucalyptus. Eucalyptus is always a great go-to because it's really inexpensive and you can almost always find it. But any filler will work on this beautiful arrangement. For lower arrangements, I tend to use a little bit of floral tape. Just a little bit of thin, clear tape, which I'll link in the description below, to make a grid. Make sure the rim of your vase is really dry so that the tape will stick. And you're just going to make a grid. And don't worry about a little overlap because your flowers are going to cover that up. So I leave about a 1/4 inch so that it can grip to the edge. Now that we have our grid, we're going to set aside 1 or 2 flowers with a full open bloom if you have it. I really love to show a little of that yellow, makes it feel special, so I'm going to set just a couple aside to save for later. Now one of the things you're going to want to do, and especially with ranunculus, is remove all of the green on the lower end of the stem. So anything that falls below the base needs to be removed. That way it doesn't contaminate the water. You can see how kind of gross and yucky that is. That's not very healthy for the water. So we'll remove that. And I'm just going to start and kind of stand these up. Start with some short stems here. See how tall I want that one to go. I had pre-cut just a few. And we're okay with them kind of falling a little bit, but we're going to use that grid as our guide to kind of help them along. And we'll have to get that a little fuller before that guy wants to stand up. So we're going to kind of set aside some of these for later. Might fill in with a little bit of those. Here's another really beautiful bloom, so we're going to set that guy aside. And this is a little short one. I already cleaned him. We'll put him right in there. And one thing you'll notice about ranunculus is that they're never straight. They're always curved, which is so fun and makes the arrangement look really whimsical, but it also makes them just a little more challenging to work with. So if you are looking for an extra simple arrangement, you can learn how to arrange hydrangea or roses or tulips. Those are 3 of my easiest arrangements by watching the playlist below. This is honestly such a fun arrangement. I think you're really going to like it, and you'll find it's pretty easy. You just have to kind of let go a little bit and know that they're going to do all the work. And we'll come back and add more ranunculus later, but right now we're going to fill in some so that it kind of helps it stand up a little bit. And we're gonna have these go up just a little bit higher, again, removing those green leaves that won't make it over the rim. And I'm just gonna start inserting them. And you see how they kind of stand up? That will give this arrangement a little bit of height. And they can share a spot with ranunculus if you want. We're really just gonna kind of fill in all over with this. And again, any greenery will do. Whatever filler you find that day will be perfect. And I'm kind of like just nestling this in. This guy was kind of falling over, so I just tucked this greenery around, and that will help him stand up. Add in just a couple more, and we can add in more later, but this will kind of help us along here. Just adjusting. Okay, so now you can see kind of how we're coming along. I'm going to add a few more of these in the back. Okay, now I'm ready to add a couple more ranunculus. And I'm just going to kind of cut down. Really don't put a lot of thought into it. The more thought you put into it, I feel like the more fussy it feels. Just keep it simple. So I'm putting this in here, and he's kind of standing up nice. Again, we'll tuck that around. And we're gonna, this big guy has a few brown leaves, or a few brown petals. They weren't the freshest today. So I'm just going to tear those off. No harm, no foul. And now it looks good as new. And really, to be honest with you, I don't ever have a lot of rhyme or reason to how I fill in from here. I just want to make sure it feels full enough. And again, I can always adjust later. That's the great thing about flowers, is they're very forgiving. You can just keep playing until you're happy. And that's why these little grids help out so much. Between the grids and using some greenery, you can really get the flowers to go exactly where you want them to go. So for me, it's the only way to go for a small blower arrangement, which makes a great centerpiece because it makes it easy and anyone can do it. So now I feel like this needs a little one right here, but again, that's gonna fall. So we're gonna prop it up with something else. Now I'm down to some of my flimsier pieces, so I'm going to use that thistle. That's where I really like working it in. It adds a little color, a lot of interest, and it's really stiff. Some people don't like to work with it for that reason, but that's actually the reason I love working with it, because it gives me the body that my beginner floral skills can't otherwise get. See how that just kind of props that up and adds that little pop of color? So while we're at it, we're going to do that right over here on the same side, kind of create a little triangle. So I'm going to add another stem that will play as a prop. And then I'm going to add another ranunculus bud just above it. See how that holds it into place? Okay, now I'm going to take a look around, and I always like to circle and see how things are going. And it looks like I need to kind of fill in a little bit back here. So this is the perfect time to add in these pretty blooms with the hints of yellow. But he's kind of awkward, he's going backwards, he's heavy, so we might have to play with it a little bit. As I mentioned before, ranunculus kind of just do their own thing. Whatever you do when you're arranging flowers, just have fun with it. if you're having fun with it, chances are that it's going to just look beautiful. And it again needs something to hold it up, so I'm going to give it another little sprig of thistle. So I'm just going to add in some eucalyptus. Now when I use eucalyptus, I like to really leave it drapey out of the sides. So I'll tuck in underneath the flowers, but again, I want to tuck it into one of the grids so that I make sure that it's going to get some water. And I've got this little piece and I don't want to waste him, so I'll tuck it in up here maybe. And I usually like to tuck in at either 3 points or 5 points. I like to go in odd numbers. Okay, I've checked it from all angles and I think we're looking really great. Just show you. I mean, that couldn't be easier, right? I think one of the hardest things about this arrangement is that a lot of times when people are playing with ranunculus, they're really looking for perfect. And because they go every little direction, you just embrace the imperfections and just kind of help them along. So again, to do that, use the grid, a little bit of greenery, and maybe something stiff like some thistle. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial on how to arrange ranunculus. Again, this makes a really great centerpiece for a wedding or a shower, baby shower. It also is perfect for a coffee table or end table or even your kitchen island. I could make a second arrangement out of all these flowers I have left, and this was $20. Really inexpensive, but yet feels really special. I'm going to link to all my supplies below. This vase is just about $5, the tape's $2. I love these shears, so I'll have those linked below as well. But again, really easy, really affordable, and so much fun. I hope that you take the time to stop by and see my friends Chloe of Boxwood Avenue and Lucy of Crackberry Bush. Both are so inspiring and their flower arranging is always on point. So I look forward to seeing you again soon. Don't forget to click subscribe for more easy ideas for entertaining, home decor, and recipes.